day 1062 of the Trump administration. On this, the eve of the House vote to impeach Donald Trump. The House will start debate in the morning, and at the end of the day, will vote on two articles: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Tonight, the Associated Press and Washington Post both report the Democrats have the votes. All Republicans are expected to vote as a block against both articles. Today, the House Rules Committee met to set the terms for tomorrow's floor session, calling for 6 hours of debate on the articles. No amendments can be offered. Earlier today, the president was asked about the situation he finds himself in.
And Mr. President, do you take any responsibility for the fact that you're about to be impeached?
No, I don't take any. Zero, to put it mildly.
Today, Trump also wrote a letter, 6 pages, to Speaker Pelosi, attacking her, condemning her caucus for carrying out the impeachment inquiry. For example, he writes, quote, "You have cheapened the importance of the very ugly word impeachment. You are offending Americans of faith by continually saying, 'I pray for the president,' when you know this statement is not true. You are the ones interfering in America's elections. You are the ones subverting America's democracy. You are the ones obstructing justice. More due process was afforded to those accused in the Salem witch trials." A White House official tells NBC News the president came up with the idea for the letter and then relied on aides to draft it while directing the process. The official adds the counsel's office did suggest some changes. Some were made, others rejected. To be clear, in part because it contains so many errors and misstatements, the letter is not being regarded as a serious document. Tonight, John Dean called it pathetic. David Gergen, who has served 4 U.S. presidents, said it reads like a 2-bit dictator. Late today, the speaker was asked about the document.
Your reaction to the president's letter?
No reaction. It's ridiculous.
You have no reaction? Why not?
No, I haven't really fully read it. We've been working. I've seen the essence of it, though, and it's really sick.
Tonight, the Trump campaign is also using language similar to that letter to Pelosi in a fundraising email to supporters. Under the subject line, impeachment war, it reads, "By proceeding with an invalid impeachment, Democrats are violating their oaths of office, breaking their allegiance to the Constitution, and declaring open war on American democracy." As the House prepares for tomorrow's impeachment vote, the Senate is getting ready to hold the president's trial, expected in early January. This morning, the Majority Leader McConnell responded to the Minority Leader Schumer's proposal for senators to subpoena documents and call witnesses forward, including White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney, former National Security Advisor John Bolton. McConnell, who has already confirmed he's coordinating with the White House on the impeachment trial, made it clear he had no interest in this idea.
The Senate is meant to act as judge and jury, to hear a trial, not to rerun the entire fact-finding investigation because angry partisans rushed sloppily through it. It's not the Senate's job to leap into the breach and search desperately for ways to get the guilty. That would hardly be impartial justice.
McConnell will indeed serve as one of 100 jurors at the Senate trial, which is why he said this for maximum shock value.
I'm not an impartial juror. This is a political process. There's not anything judicial about it. Impeachment is a political decision.
At the White House, the president pointed to McConnell's comments as a sign of Republican unity.
I believe the Senate is equally as well united. I watched Mitch McConnell this morning. I watched numerous people last night, senators, and I think we're equally well united. They know it's a hoax. It's a witch hunt.
Just this very evening on this very network, the Minority Leader, Senator Schumer, signaled the debate over calling witnesses during the Senate trial is far from over here, and he made clear he has strategy at his disposal still.
Neither President Trump nor Mitch McConnell wants to hear from these witnesses because they're afraid of the truth. They don't want to know the truth because it will probably, we don't know, but probably put President Trump in an even deeper hole. I'm allowed to ask for votes. I will ask during the impeachment proceeding for a vote on whether Mulvaney should testify and whether Bolton should testify. And many of my Republican colleagues will be in a real dilemma.
There's a new Washington Post ABC News poll. This got a lot of headlines today because it finds 71% of those surveyed do want the president to let his aides testify. 64% of Republicans questioned in this poll said they agree. Trump's television lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, is back in the news. The New York Times says Rudy alerted the president a couple of times about how former U.S. ambassador to the Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, had, in his view, blocked investigations that he believed could be of use to Trump politically. Those updates appeared to set the stage for the career diplomat's eventual ouster.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.